Hi everybody, it's me, Trailerheaven, and today I have an in-depth tutorial about filet crochet. Filet crochet is not that hard, stitches wise. It's just chains and double crochet. But the only thing that makes it tricky, it's the size of the yarn and the size of the hooks. But once you're comfortable with it, it's really easy. So right now I have two examples for you. I have my fawn fake crochet I made. I will publish a pattern for it, and then I have this fawn. I don't know, it's fawn theme today. So let's just start right away with the material that you will need for fake crochet. You need 100% cotton crochet yarn. The brand that I use is Deco 8. For today's video we're going to use this brand in white. And so for the hooks, so actually the yarn I use called for size 2, but I personally downsized. So let's move on to the beginning of this tutorial. So I drew this little ducky. But honestly, you can pick like any fake crochet pattern that you want if you already found a cute one. So mine is 15 by 15. I'm going to use my white Deco 8 yarn, and I think I'm going to go with the 1/10 hook. So to determine the amount of chains you need to do to start your project is to multiply this number by 2 and add 1, and that will be the number of chains you should do. So we are going to chain, so that means we have to do 31 chains. So I'm going to show you how to make a slip stitch. Once again, this is totally beginner friendly crochet video, so if you already know that, you can go ahead and make a slip knot. You take your yarn, you put the tail on top like that, then you take it from behind your loop and you pull gently like that. So you place it behind, and then you pull it out of the round or the circle, and just like that you have a slip knot. You can insert your hook inside and pull on it, and now you have your yarn on your hook. Now we are going to chain our 31 chains, or whatever chains your pattern call for. So to do a chain is you're going to wrap your yarn around. So I just go under like that, and what I do is and you will rotate it like that. I pull it right inside. Once again, I rotate it, it turns around, and I pull it just like that. And once again, and I do that until I have 31. Okay, I just did my 31 chains. So now we need to work. Oh, so I forgot to mention that, but the way you will read a chart is like that. So this is first row, then this is second row, and here it's the third row, etc., etc. So we are starting right there here, and it's an empty block. So to start it off, we need to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you will count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in this 6th chain, we are going to do a DC. To do a DC, you wrap your yarn around your hook, or you yarn over, you insert your hook in the 6th chain, so it should look like that. You should have 3 little strings. Then you yarn over once again and you pull it through the chain of the best chain. You should have 3 little strings, and then you yarn over again, you pull through 2 of the loops, and you yarn over again and you pull through 2 of the loops, and this is your first snare square. Then we have to chain 1, and we'll skip, so we work in this stitch, and then we are skipping the one here and we are working in the next one. So we will do our double crochet again, so we'll yarn over, skip this one, insert it in this one, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through 2, yarn over and pull it through 2, and just like that we have those 2. We made those 2, and you do that until you have 15 so of I them. Just did my 15 little squares, so now we need to move on to the second row. So we are starting the row with another empty square. You need to chain 3. The 2 first one is your DC, and the third one is the chain space. And then you can turn your work around, and you can yarn over and do your DC right in the DC from the row below. So you yarn over. So here where you put your hook is a little bit important. So usually you will put it here, but I personally insert it here, right there, just because it will help with making your work straighter. So once again, this is a row where we just need to do empty squares. So you just have to chain 1 and do your DC on top of the DC from the row below. So you can continue and until you reach here. And then you chain 3 and you turn your work around. So now we are moving. We did all of that and we are right there. So you can go ahead and do your 4 blocks. So here you don't chain 1, you go ahead and do a DC in the chain space right there, and then you do a DC on top of the DC from the second row, and then you do a DC in the chain space, a DC here, and a DC in the chain space, etc., etc., until you have 7 little blocks. Sorry, I did my 7 block, and then we go back to doing empty blocks. So then you chain 1 and you DC and you chain 3 and you turn your work around. We just did all of that and we are here. So now we only have 3, and then we do 9 black or full blocks. I'm going to leave you to it, but I'm just going to show you first one tip that I have. So for example, you forgot to do this one. So you will do all of these, come back here, and when you arrive here, you're like, oh my god, I forgot the block. So this one is a small chart, so it doesn't hurt that bad to unravel it and redo it. But sometimes when it works on really like larger chart, it's kind of annoying to unravel that much works. But you can actually, I found a lazy way to fix that, and I will show you that. But it only works if it's like 2 full block on top of each other. So I need to fill up this block. So the way I do it is I do a treble crochet. So it's kind of like the same thing as a double crochet. It's just instead of yarning over once, you yarn over twice. So you have like strings of yarn on your hook. I'll go behind the chain space and you will insert it and go in the front, and you will pull your yarn like that. Okay, so let's do it once more. You go behind your chain space and you go underneath the chain space from the block you need to fix. Then you will yarn over, pull it out. Now we have 4 on your hook. You yarn over, you pull for 2, you yarn over, you pull for 2, you yarn over, you pull for 2. And just like that, you fix your end up with like a little bump because there's still like a chain on top of it. But honestly, like from afar and once your work is complete, it's not that noticeable. Yeah, and that's just a tip if you're lazy to unravel your work. And after that, you can go back to normal. I'm going to do continue the piece like all the way to the end, and I will see you to do the border. Okay, so I just completed my last row, and now I'm going to show you how to do a border. So I'm going to do that one right there. I'll put it on the screen. Border, we just need to chain 2, and then we'll DC inside. So I DC 3 or 4 times, it depends. Yeah, and then I do my single crochet in the next, and I do 4. So you can do either 4 or 5 or even more double crochet in the same chain space. Yeah, so I'm going to do 5 in each, and I will meet you in the corner to show you how you do your corner. So I reach my corner. Once again, you just do DCs in this corner. So I'm just going to continue all the way, and I'm going to show you how to finish the row. So I need 8 in total in this corner, and I have the 2 I chained in the beginning plus the chain of 2, which means I have 3, so I need to do 5 more. And now we do a single crochet in this spot. Okay, and now we can just cut it off and pull on it. So now I need to tuck my tail in. Okay, I didn't do the greatest job to finish it up, but that's okay. To tuck your tail in, you need a needle. So the needle you can use, sometimes if I do really thin one, I will use an embroidery needle like that, or you can use those big needles that are meant for yarn. So yeah, I try to insert it between the stitches, because if you insert it through the yarn itself, you're going to have a hard time pulling on it. Just like that, you just continue to tuck it in. Once you're done, I didn't do it really far, but you can just like cut it off and pull on it a little bit. And then you just need to block your work. So now I'm going to show you how to start your work if you have colored blocks all the way around. So you just start your base chain, so the number of blocks you have times 2 or 3 plus 1. So in my case I have to do 11 in total. I just chain my 11 chains, and then I'm going to add 1 more chain, and then on the third chain from the hook, that's where I'm going to do a DC. Just like that, and after I just do my DC in the rest of the chain. So when you did all the DC you needed, you just chain 2, flip, turn your work around, and DC right there. And then I do my DC. Once again, to start your next row, you chain 2, you do your DC, just like so. I'm not going to finish it off, but I think if you do this type of border with this, it looks really nice, and you just have to, so you do it here, so you will do your border here, here you will do your single crochet and do the corner in here, or after sometime I just do it here, and then I continue here to make it look a little bit nicer. Now I will take you to my bathroom and I will show you how to block your work. Okay, so sorry if the shot is a bit awkward. I don't really know how to film it because honestly I'm scared that my phone might fall inside the sink. So you need laundry detergent, is it how it's called? But I'm just going to put like a tiny bit here, and then I'm going to soak my work in water. So to block your work, you will need this playmat, knit blockers, or I guess you can also use like sewing needle work on it. And with the blockers, you just give it like, make it like nice and stretch, and make your edges straight. Okay, Okay, so now I just put everything through and you just need to let it dry. Okay, so now my work is dry, so you can just go ahead and remove your blockers. And that's it. You got your little ducky or whatever project you decide to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I plan on maybe making a second part of this video to explain like how to do different shape of a filet crochet because that works with like increases and decreases inside the work. So I probably will film that. I don't know when yet, but this is planned. At the same time I release this video, I will also release my current filet crochet pattern. And after that I will definitely push myself through to write down all of the other patterns of the work that I made. If you have any question, please leave them down below. I will gladly answer it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.